Hello and welcome to the MSPC Bros channel, and today we'll be reviewing one of the best monitors out on the market today. It's the ASUS MG279Q. Remember, if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe so we know you enjoy watching. What are we waiting for? Let's get into the video. For starters, we'll begin with some general specs. This monitor is 27 inches or 68.47 centimeters, so it is a decent sized monitor, which is one reason it is so popular for today's gamers. If you are using DisplayPort to connect the monitor, the screen resolution is 2560 pixels by 1440 pixels with 144 FPS. This is what most gamers use if they want smooth gameplay and a realistically clear screen. If you use HDMI, 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels with 120 Hz is available. This is also not a bad option, but I would still recommend opting for the DisplayPort if it is available. This monitor can display a total of 16.7 million colors to truly bring your game to life. For those worried about bad lighting, don't worry. It also has a non-glare IPS panel, so you don't have to worry about blinding lights in the way of your gaming experience. Now it's time to move on to the next part of the general specs.
For the next part of the general specs, this monitor is flicker-free, so it will give a more realistic feel to whatever it already has to offer. For those worried about eye safety, they have that covered as well. It has low blue light, so you can look at the screen longer without causing a headache and it being harmful to your eyes. If you opt for an AMD graphics card, it is AMD FreeSync compatible, so it can deliver a seamless experience without random cuts in the screen. It features 2 stereo speakers, so you can get the most realistic noises possible. That's it for general specs, so let's move on to its connection ports.
The monitor has many different ports to choose from, so it can operate on many different graphics cards. It has 2 USB ports, which can be used for various things from speakers to mice and keyboards, etc. As expected, it has an HDMI port, which was mentioned previously, along with a DisplayPort. Surprisingly, it has a mini DisplayPort, which not many monitors have. This makes it stand out from the crowd, since there are some graphics cards that have that technology, which makes the list of compatible graphics cards bigger than most. Now it's time for the adjustments this monitor can make.
Obviously, some people are taller and shorter than others, so they angle the monitor to fit their liking. This monitor can tilt about 20 degrees to about -5 degrees. This means that everyone can find a comfortable monitor position. It can also swivel from left to right depending on how your setup is. The height can also be adjusted so you can support proper posture to prevent back and neck aches. That's it for adjustments. Now it's time for the design.
The monitor has an extremely slim bevel edge, so if you plan on having multiple monitors, they seem seamless. This can help to make a setup look more appealing, and it is more convenient for the user since there isn't a thick black line down the middle of the screen. Its chassis color is black, which is what most monitors are colored as, since the color goes perfectly with most case designs. That's it for design, and finally for power consumption.
The last part of this monitor is the power consumption. The regular use this monitor needs is 38.7 watts to operate. This is mostly if you're a gamer or just doing regular work. If it's in power saving mode, it only uses 0.5 watts, which is an incredibly small amount of power. If it is in the off mode, it still only uses 0.5 watts, most of the power of the small LED light indicating if it is on or off. That's it for this monitor, so now it's time for our opinion.
Overall, the pros are that it has an excellent frame rate. You choose from either 144 Hz or 120 Hz by either plugging in DisplayPort or HDMI. The screen resolution is also good, but it also just depends on what connection you use. The cons are that it is currently being sold for $864, but we believe that price is wrong and that it is sold for less. But with COVID-19, all PC parts have jumped up in price, so we believe that might be why the price is so high. Another con is that the mini DisplayPort might be unnecessary since only a tiny fraction of graphics cards use that port. That's it for this monitor, so if you want to see more in the future, Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to never miss another video.